Welcome to this explainer. Okay, if you've ever felt that familiar sinking feeling at the end of a really long meeting, realizing you now have to spend the next 30 minutes deciphering your messy notes and chasing people down for action items, well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to completely eliminate the dread of manual post-meeting documentation. We are diving into how Gemini and Google Workspace transforms disjointed, chaotic conversations into highly structured, actionable assets, literally in an instant. Here's a quick look at our roadmap for today. We'll start by tackling the meeting notes problem itself, then show you exactly how to enable Gemini and Meet, review the auto-generated output, extract action items in docs, and finally, anchor it all with a real-world incident review scenario.
Section 1. The Meeting Notes Problem.
Oh, we all know this dreaded question, right? The meeting starts, the host asks, "So, who's taking notes today?" And suddenly, everyone in the room is actively avoiding eye contact. The reality is, assigning a human note taker usually leads to a totally distracted participant. They can't fully contribute to the brainstorm because they're way too busy typing. And honestly, even then, vital context gets lost, decisions are implied but never actually recorded, and action items just kind of decay before they ever make it into a project tracker. Think about the before and after here. The old manual way gives you a blank, scattered document filled with shorthand that, let's be honest, only makes sense for about 24 hours. But the AI-generated summary, that is a structured, instantly populated debrief. Instead of starting from scratch, you've got an AI assistant that was in the meeting, listened to the entire conversation, and is already fully up to speed. It completely frees your team up to stay present and actually focus on the conversation rather than the typing. Section 2. Enabling Gemini and Meet. All right, let's dive into how simple this three-step process actually is. Step 1, you join your Google Meet. Step 2, look to the top right of your screen and click the Gemini sparkle or pencil icon. And step 3, simply select Start Taking Notes. That's literally it. What's so powerful here is that it's all natively integrated. For eligible Workspace accounts, you don't need to invite any clunky third-party bots to your meeting, and you don't have to install separate browser extensions. The whole shebang is built directly into the interface you're already using every day. Now, for teams dealing with sensitive information, I know privacy is paramount. Well, transparency is baked in by design. The very second you activate the feature, a blue pencil icon and a notification banner pop up for all meeting participants. You can't silently capture notes with Gemini. Everyone in the room is fully aware that the AI is documenting the session. Section 3, Reviewing Auto-Generated Notes. So the meeting wraps up, and we move from the live video environment directly into your Google Drive. And Gemini doesn't just dump a massive wall of text on you, it creates a really highly customizable artifact. It captures a concise summary to massively reduce your review time. It explicitly tracks decisions made. And I love this part. It actually labels them as aligned or disagreements. That creates a definitive record of exactly why certain choices were made. It also provides next steps with task extraction and suggested deadlines. And crucially, it gives you time-stamped links. You can just click and jump directly to that specific moment in the meeting transcript or video recording if you ever need deep context verification. Oh, and there's also this fantastic bonus feature called Catch Me Up. Say you're jumping between back-to-back calls and you arrive 10 minutes late to a meeting. You don't have to awkwardly interrupt the flow to ask what you missed. You just click Catch Me Up, and Gemini shoots you a private, concise summary of everything discussed so far. It keeps the whole team totally focused and just completely eliminates the administrative friction of latecomers. Section 4. Extracting action items in docs. Okay, so our notes are generated and sitting safely in Google Drive. Now let's shift our focus to the Google Docs interface, specifically opening up that Gemini side panel to really put this data to work. Think of this panel as an intelligent research assistant that already has the full context of your document. A project manager can just go in and type this exact command: extract all action items with owners and deadlines. Because Gemini understands the natural language of your meeting debrief, it instantly scans the entire document for commitments, names, and timeframes. And boom, instantly, Gemini generates a clean, organized table with columns for owner, task, and due date, like, say, assigning Alice to finalize the budget by Friday. You just click to insert this directly into your document. It entirely removes the administrative burden of having to manually hunt through paragraphs of text just to chase down deliverables. The AI handles all the structured formatting for you. Section 5, Real Scenario, Incident Review. Okay, let's transition to a really high-stakes application. Because everything we've discussed is great for a weekly status call, sure, but what about critical, complex enterprise workflows? Let's look at a post-incident review from a site reliability engineering, or SRE team. Because let's face it, absolutely no one looks forward to the dread of an incident postmortem.
Just watch how this builds an absolutely incredible timeline. Minute 0, a chaotic service outage finally ends. At minute 1, an engineer uses Gemini to scrape the entire incident conversation history, system metrics, and the logs. By minute 2, Gemini has automatically populated a CSV timeline of events and generated a fully formatted markdown debrief based on the standard SRE postmortem template. And by minute 3, it's already suggesting action items to prevent a recurrence. A process that traditionally takes hours of tedious manual data gathering is literally completed in under 3 minutes.
So the absolutely crucial point here is how those action items actually get executed. Gemini uses something called the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. This framework allows Gemini to bridge the gap between your workspace content and your external tools. It's not just writing text on a page, it actually connects to issue trackers like Jira or ServiceNow to autonomously file those action items as real bugs, assigning them directly to the relevant engineers based on your team directory data. It's taking real action across your professional stack.
So you might be wondering, how is the AI capable of understanding a complex system outage, meeting transcripts, and code logs all at the exact same time? The answer is this number right here, 1 million. The Gemini model supports a massive 1 million token context window. This means workflows like analyzing an entire 79-page product manual, multiple spreadsheets, code bases, and related chat logs in one single prompt are entirely feasible. It synthesizes massive amounts of scattered enterprise data instantly to ensure its outputs are deeply, deeply grounded in your reality.
We've seen how Gemini auto-summarizes your meetings, structures your action items, and even executes complex workflows across your enterprise stack. By letting the AI handle the tedious administration, you're freed up to actually focus on execution and strategy. So I'm going to leave you with this final, provocative thought. When you no longer have to spend your Fridays formatting tables and manually typing up post-meeting debriefs, what will you do with the hours you reclaim each week? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer on Gemini and Google Workspace.